on. So now NASCAR is voicing support for George Floyd. In another, like, yeah, Scooby Doo moment. NASCAR, the good old boys. Now, Bubba Wallace, who is African American, came out and spoke, and he was talking to Don Lemon about it. And what he said was so poignant and true. NASCAR has always had a reputation of being a good old boy, redneck, KKK centralized, and they still rock Confederate flags like it's no problem. The Dixie. And that's kind of how where they are. Like Hicks, you know, whatever on that term you want to call. That's the reputation that they have won. Now, funny thing is this. NASCAR kind of like it's like country music. It's not the way it was once upon a time because there've been a new breed of drivers come along. And I remember when Jeff Gordon came along and crossed over, and you know some of them good boys like that Yankee. But you don't hear enough about African American drivers like Wardell Scott, who was the first African American to participate in NASCAR circuit and what have you, and others. You know, but also because the reputation predates it. You know, the mindset. You know, something like the old school farm. And the mindset is kind of like not appealing, not centralized. Seems like they haven't evolved. That's what the reputation NASCAR has. And a lot of it, like I said, it's on them because they have not showed that they have been progressive. So to see Bubba Wallace speaking out on it, to say, hey, they need to stop these Confederate flags. They need to be more enlightened. No, because the fact that I'm seeing NASCAR drivers with masks on is pretty progressive. I'm sorry. They have a reputation of being good old boys, and they just have a Billy Bob type of vibe. And that's why it doesn't really appeal. It's the appeal of driving, but the appeal of them is like stuck on some farm in the 50s. It's like hillbilly central. And they should be ashamed of themselves with Confederate flags and that kind of situation. I mean, like, come on now. But they have a lot of corporate endorsers. Let me air NASCAR out. A lot of corporate endorsers, a lot of sponsorship. So why is that being tolerated with Confederate flags and a good old boy system? Ask yourself. You know, let's unpeel it. If you're going to show support for George Floyd, then you need to unload those Confederate flags. You need to come up with the times. That's what's up. So NASCAR, you want to be in on the conversation? Well, you need to make some changes. You need to make some changes. Because that good old boy mindset and visual ain't appealing no more. And never should have been, to be honest. All right, that's my thoughts and takes about NASCAR and its drivers voicing support for George Floyd, and they need to make changes. Give me your thoughts and your takes. Hit the like and subscribe, and the bell rings in the video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. If you're going to be part of the problem, if you're going to be part of the solution, then you got to unload your own problems because it needs to step up to the plate. I'm out.